so we decided that when our stay there ended, we would travel another hour north to a town called Bucksnort, Tennessee. And there in Bucksnort, there's another private campground called Sugar Creek. This is the campground that we've been wanting to try out, and we decided since we were in the area, we'd go ahead and travel up there, and we'd spend about a week there. The roads on the way to Bucksnort weren't that bad. This is a little county road that we were on. It was probably the narrowest, and it wasn't that long on this road. As you can see, as we increased in elevation, it got a little windy and steep, but it was a pleasant, enjoyable ride for the short distance that we were on this road. After turning off of the little county road, we turned onto a much better 3-lane highway, Highway 50. Much better road and easy to travel. And even though it was raining, Mike didn't seem to care because he was jamming to some classic country and singing along.
10 more miles on his 4-day run. A few more songs radio.
After that serenade on Highway 50, we turned on to Interstate 40 going east towards Nashville. And it was just a few miles, I think 3 miles from Highway 50 after you get on the interstate that you got to the Bucksnort exit, which is the exit that Sugar Creek Campground is on. And actually that bridge we just crossed over goes over Sugar Creek. Now the campground is right off of this exit here to the right, off this ramp.
Bookstore. The way theirs looked like they was going up the exit. Which gate do we turn in? The upper camping level there. So that we pull up there.
Now right here to the right is where the campground actually is. That gray building there is part of the campground. It's the Willie Lickett's Bar and Grill. And then you just go a short distance down the road here and take a right onto a little dirt road.
I think they put a fucking sign here.
Your destination is on the right.
There's an old furnace there on the left-hand side of the road. It was kind of interesting, had some history about the furnace there. And here's the entrance to Sugar Creek Campground. So we're going to go ahead and check in and get past the gate here and get set up, and we'll show you around this campground here at Sugar Creek Campground in Bucksnort, Tennessee.
Keypad over here. Call, there's the phone number. You said call.
It's a nasty rainy day here at Sugar Creek, so we're drinking some coffee and watching cartoons this morning. This is how we roll on rainy days. And we roll like this. Can't think of a better way to relax on a rainy day. We keep some cheap little Nintendo games or Atari games in the camper for rainy days like this, so we plugged it in and played Miss Pac-Man the rest of the day while Scooter and Maggie chilled on the couch with us. So as you saw, it rained the rest of that day and most of the first day of our trip there at Sugar Creek, but after the sun came out, I did manage to get some pictures of our site. This is the temporary RV sites. It's pretty nice sites. There's the parking area in the middle of that picture, and then to the left you can see some permanent sites, and then in the upper left there's some rooms that they rent out. This is the crystal clear cold water of Sugar Creek at Sugar Creek Campground. The creek runs the entire length of the property here at Sugar Creek. And there's some tinning areas underneath all these trees here. Up there in the distance is the pond, the pool area, and the shower room, hot tub, steam room. And then we have permanent campers along this area. A little pavilion area where they had a foam party the other night. And there's our camper in the distance. These are where the temporary sites are, along with some permanent sites, and there in the very distance is some of the cabins. Really nice campground. I mean, how relaxing is this? Of course, the traffic noise is a little bit because we're right next to the interstate on this end of the campground, but it's not noticeable up where the campers are. This is a shot of the pool area, which is kind of the hub of the activity at the campground. Next to the pool area is the hot tub area, which you saw a video of me in earlier. Also in the pool area is a nice little cafe area which serves some excellent fast food like chicken fingers and hamburgers and stuff like that. Really good food for a very reasonable price. This is the entry into the restroom, shower house, sauna area, and I have to say this is one of the nicest restroom shower houses I've ever seen at any campground I've ever been to. This is the sauna or the steam room area. This is the vanity and restroom area, and at the end there you see the entry to the showers. Now this is a mirror image of this is on the other side of the building, so what you see here is a duplicate on the other side of the building, so there's plenty of facilities. Here is a picture of one of the gang showers. And if a gang style shower isn't your cup of tea, they have private showers. This is an outdoor pavilion area on the campground where they throw foam parties. These are some of the rooms that they rent on a weekly or nightly basis. There's a setup like this down by the pool, and I think there's probably like 6 more rooms that are actually including what you see here. And then up at the front entrance of the campground they also have a setup similar to this with rooms for rent. Earlier in the video I was standing up on top of a hill looking down at our campsite and the other temporary campsites. Well, this is the top of that hill. They have several campsites up here where permanent sites are set up, and it's my understanding that they've also added some more sites up on this hill. This campground has been flooded twice in the past 2 years, and I think they're moving some of their campsites up into this area, which is a good thing. Also up on the hill is a restaurant slash entertainment venue called Willie Lickett's. Here's some shots of the inside of Willie Lickett's. You can see they have a kitchen area with plenty of seating and then a stage for putting on shows and so forth. This is the only wildlife we saw while we were there at the campground other than some of the campers. I think this is a groundhog, and when I saw it, it reminded me of a story when we used to live on a farm in Missouri where we were pretty poor. We actually had to eat a groundhog. As I recall, it wasn't very appetizing. And speaking of eating, while we were there, we discovered that Loretta Lynn's kitchen was only like 6 or 7 miles away. But we didn't eat there. We ended up going to another place called the Log Cabin, which was recommended by someone at the campground. They said it was better than Loretta Lynn's kitchen because Loretta doesn't actually own the kitchen anymore, I don't think. But we ate at this little restaurant called the Log Cabin, and it was pretty good food, actually. We had catfish and husk puppies, but we really enjoyed eating there. Good meal. So that's going to wind it up for this review of our stay at Sugar Creek Campground in Bucksnort, Tennessee. Keep in mind that Sugar Creek is a members-only private campground, and if it's a campground that you think you might want to stay at, you should check out their website and see what they have to offer. So until next time, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button if you like this video. Happy camping, everyone.